Hello, all you wonderful students. The highly anticipated changes in TOEFL have been announced and they're going to take effect from the 26th of July, which is next month. And that's good news for test takers. In this video, the changes are going to be explained, and in addition, I'm going to give you some direction that will enable you to ace that TOEFL test and set you on a course to a successful future. All this information is important, so please keep watching. So let's take a look at the significant change to the TOEFL test and why I say this is good for test takers. The test will still cover the four disciplines, mainly reading, listening, speaking, and of course writing. The big change is that because of the way the test is structured, the time of testing has been reduced to slightly less than 2 hours, which I think is fantastic for test takers. I have long believed that the TOEFL test was more of a self-endurance test actually than a language level test. Having taught many students to successfully get the scores they needed, I know this new format is going to help all test takers, but it is still going to need a lot of practice, so be prepared. So let us now take a look at the changes in the test. Starting with the reading. Before, there were 3 or 4 passages, and the reading section lasted between 54 to 72 minutes. This really did require a huge amount of concentration, which it has always been my opinion that this was very unfair on test takers. Now, this has been reduced to just 2 passages. Good, but it will still require a lot of concentration, but thankfully for a shorter period. Moving on to the listening section. I have mentored many TOEFL students and I'm very proud that without exception, everyone has achieved the scores they needed, including 3 who have achieved maximum scores of 120. So I am proud to tell people about that. I said a few moments ago that reading took a lot of concentration. It does, but listening is much more difficult in my opinion. Definitely the most difficult part of the test. To listen intently for a long period takes a lot of practice. Starting at just a few minutes and building up so that you can sit and concentrate on listening for 38 minutes. This is the area where many students lose control of the test and hurt their scores quite badly. The length of the listening test has been reduced slightly, but it is every part still as difficult. And I will be bringing out videos on the way to practice for TOEFL. If you are working towards TOEFL, I would recommend you subscribe to this channel and ring the notification bell, and you will get notification of when I release the videos. The speaking test, that remains unchanged. I believe this task is fairly straightforward and reflects on your speaking ability. Consider that vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation all reflect in your fluency. I would highlight the independent task. This really allows you to demonstrate the use of more complex vocabulary, and it's an area that they will look at closely. The final section, that's writing. In this section, we have one major question change. The Part 2 integrated writing task is going to be replaced by another type question that I'll come to in a moment. The first part is the independent writing task, where you should be aiming to write around 200 words, 220 is ideal, in about 17 minutes. So it's quite an intensive task to be writing anyway, but it's one that has been there for a long time. So hopefully if you've been practicing, then you know what that's all about. Now then, the new part is called Writing for an Academic Discussion. You will have 10 minutes to absorb the question and then write 100 words they ask for, but it's recommended that you aim for 120 words. You get a question from a professor and opinions on the question from two students. Your task is to add to the discussion. I have spent some time looking at this, and as normal, time management really does come into importance. Practice having an idea of what is coming will be very, very important. I will be making a video about this and how to approach this question in the next few days. So if you are going to be taking the TOEFL after the 26th of July next month, then again, I recommend following my channel. So thank you very, very much for watching this video. I hope that you've gained something from it, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.